classic situation where you don't know how to feel. So you go it alone, you turn off the phone when the struggle gets too real, yeah. Girl, you better listen. It's time to make a change. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think you're thinking that nobody cares. Well, you know it ain't over, but where to begin? You gotta play if you wanna win. So when you gonna let somebody in? Yeah, let 'em in. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think you're thinking that nobody cares. Well, you know it ain't over, but where to begin? You gotta play if you wanna win. So when you gonna let somebody had another rough conversation with the voices in your head. They said that love has shut the door on you, and you'd be better off instead. Girl, don't you listen? Your time is gonna come. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think you're thinking that nobody cares. Well, you know it ain't over, but where to begin? You gotta play if you wanna win. Yeah. So when you gonna let somebody in? It's a classic situation where you don't know how to feel. So you go it alone, you turn off the phone when the struggle gets too real, yeah. Girl, you better listen. It's time to make a change. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think you're thinking that nobody cares. Well, you know it ain't over, but where to begin? You gotta play if you wanna win. So when you gonna let somebody in? Yeah, let 'em in. You talk about lonely, you talk about scared. I think you're thinking that nobody cares. Well, you know it ain't over, but where to begin? You gotta play if you wanna win. So when you gonna let somebody in?
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Coming on really quick this morning to give you guys an update on our search for my niece Jade Love. Yesterday was pretty eventful. It was pretty intense. The evening started around 6 o'clock. We had way more people. A lot of people that were not connected to my family showed up yesterday at the apartments, wanting to help to search for Jade, wanting to help to knock on doors. We started off, I guess, around 6:30 yesterday evening. We split the team in two. We had a lot of the women knocking on the doors of the houses. We have started doing the apartments, but now we have went outside of the apartment area, and we are knocking on doors along the highway It's a pretty wooded area behind the apartments that her car was found. So we ended up yesterday, going to. Let me make sure, y'all. I'm always nervous about getting too ahead of myself. Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumb up. Let me go and see if you guys. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can, but let me just make sure. Let me just go that you guys. Okay, yes, you can. All right, so yes, so what we did is we split the teams up between two. We had a lot of the ladies knocking on doors. We had probably 30 something women. The women are really showed up for us, about 30 women. A lot of them was family, but we had a few that were not family, okay, that came up and just wanted to show their support. And then we had the guys still going in the wooded areas, going in the woods, in the ditches. And probably about 45 minutes, maybe an hour after searching, the police notified my family that they found a shoe. Now, remember, I told you guys yesterday that there was a pond in between where they found her car and the church across the street. Told that they have some footage, and we're going to get into this footage this morning. I'm going to be on maybe 15-20 minutes before we start our search at 8 o'clock this morning. We're back out there, but the church told us yesterday that they did witness Jade go out of the parking lot, park her car, got up and walk down the street behind the church. There is a pond behind the church that the church owns that property, and then it's probably, I don't know, half a mile street, and then when you get to the end of the street, you are forced to turn left or right. You can't continue on that street. So they do have a relationship with a house that's at the end of the street. So you have the church at the beginning of the street and the house at the end of the street. Okay. They got in contact when then that person told them that they did not see Jay turn left or right walking. All right. So the family was really, really honing in on this pond. Everybody was nervous about this pond. Okay. So midway through yesterday, I don't know why my people that are on this live is not showing up. Anyway, midway, the police got to our family and said that they found one shoe. Okay. And they asked my brother to describe the shoe. So my brother described the shoe that Jade had on, which she wears Crocs every day. But they only found one shoe right by the pond. So we were all nervous. We stopped. The word got out to us searching, and so we stopped. We spent an hour, about 3 hours yesterday, and here's some footage. They had the fire department for the Bryant police, and my brother really had to push the fire department, and Bryant did not want to bring the people out, bring the fire department out to search this pond. This is what happened yesterday. They brought the fire department out, and let me put some pictures up here. This is what was happening yesterday. I'm going to keep playing this. But after my brother just raised a lot of hell yesterday, just raising hell about, listen, you guys found a shoe somewhere close. Y'all need to get the fire people out there. We called the Game and Fish Commission, and then they were going to, I'm going to keep playing this. I'm going to keep playing this video. I'm going to put it side by side right here. Yeah. We called the Game and Fish Commission yesterday because had they not, the fire people at Bryant not come out, then it was my understanding that the Game and Fish was going to come out yesterday. But luckily, after raising so much hell, the Bryant fire department came out. Okay. So we spent about 3 hours. So about an hour into our search, we get this scare that they found one shoe by this pond that was in between where Jade turned and at the end of the street. Well, after 3 hours of searching, they came back with, they were 99% sure that Jade was not in that pond. Okay. So now our question is, was that her shoe? My brother is going this morning to make, because we did not see the shoe yesterday. We did not see a picture of it. For some odd reason, they're trying to be tight-lipped about this shoe. We are not taking for granted or believing anything that any agencies tell us. We are making you show it to us. Okay. So if you tell us you have something, show us what you have. Okay. And we are being patient with the agencies, but aggressive, if that makes sense. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this out. Okay. We are being patient, but we are being aggressive. Okay. We certainly, if you have anybody that's in the Benton agency, in Benton Police Department, or the Bryant Police Department. Now, I will say the Bryant the Bryant Police Department started to work a little bit more harder the more that we pushed yesterday. And I want to say this: if you guys are living in that area, okay, if you're in the Fairway at Hurricane Creek area, please be patient with it. There are a lot of people that are volunteering their time helping us to find Jade. Okay. So if you notice some people along the street, if you notice some vehicles with their hazard lights on, that means that they're helping us with the search. Be patient with us. Okay. There's a 2-lane highway. We're trying not to block traffic. So we do have our emergency lights and we're moving over to the side so traffic won't be an issue. We don't need no excuse for the tenants in Bryant to complain about the traffic, because there is a lot of people and we're trying to be respectful of the traffic flow and not staying in the traffic. So be patient with us. Okay. The other thing we need to say is I do want to thank Carolyn and Ron Wilkerson, who is my kids' grandparents. They've got the center, and I don't know the name of their center that's in Southwest Little Rock, but they have provided us more flyers to hand out. We ran out of flyers yesterday, so we got the rec center over on Baseline in Southwest Little Rock. Special shout out to them. They're running off more flyers for us today. Thanks to Nene, Vernita Daniels. Last night she texted me she's going to get us water and ice, and so that we could have ice for water for the people who are violating our family who is searching. Let me just start off. Okay. The other thing that we're trying to get our eyes on this morning is my brother is going to try to, and I'm going to go ahead for the people that are just here, and I'm going to go ahead and put the information out about Jade again. We are trying to get our eyes on the footage because nobody from our family has actually seen the footage of Jade. Okay. We asked to see that from the church, and the church that is across the street is saying that the Benton police has to subpoena it. And I don't understand why, if you are a church and you're trying to help, why would you require the Benton police before you let the parents see the footage? Okay. If it was my church, the church is supposed to help. Okay. You guys are supposed to be helping the community. Why is it an issue? There is no, it's not like we're asking that you let us see a crime. We are just trying to ask, if you to let us see, because again, we're not taking anything for granted. We are not trusting what people say until we put our eyes on it ourselves. So this morning, we're going to put a little, pressure or request on the church to see if they will let the parents make sure they confirm and identify Jade. All we know is what they've told us. No one from our family has viewed the actual video in the church. Okay, so that's on goal number one, is to see the yeah, that is crazy, Patricia. The church is saying that the Benton police has to subpoena the video. And we're saying, if you're really trying to help, if you are a church that's involved in helping the community, it's not like there was a crime. We are wanting to confirm or identify that the person you told us was Jade was actually Jade, because that helps us, track down what area we're going to go in. It helps us figure that someone actually saw her in that area. But that church, and I don't have the name of the church, or I would say the name of the church, of why they will not show us the footage of Jade there. Okay, so call Bishop and see if they can assist. Patricia, what bishop are you talking about? I got your replying here. Let me know what bishop you're talking about, Patricia. Okay, but they will not show us the footage in the church. So that's what we're going to try to jump on first thing this morning, get to that church and let the mother or the father identify that was Jade that they saw on this footage. Okay. Again, I am going to play the footage at the church. yesterday. This was yesterday. The Bryant Fire Department was out, and they had boats in this pond, and that took up the majority of our search time. You know, when they gave us word that her shoe was found, I mean, we thought that she might have went into this pond. Okay, we thought that, so we stopped searching, um, and the majority of our daylight yesterday was spent at this pond. We just stopped searching because if we found the shoe, we were thinking, why would Jade, um, the Benton Police Department, I'm seeing you, Duran, the Benton Police Department doesn't have to subpoena the information, the footage. They can voluntarily produce the information to the media and the police. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not understanding that, Duran, but that's what we're on, maybe because, and here's the thing. We're trying to be very patient with these police department, but we do understand that our tone is getting a little bit more aggressive because and let's go to the dog search. Okay, we have requested, okay, for 2 days that they bring a dog and search some of the items in Jade's car. Okay, we have left Jade's car there for 2 days and hope that sometime during the night that she come back to that car. So she still has the key. Her parents have a special key, a spare key to get in the car. And we were hoping that the police department bring the dogs. Now, what they told us now is they admitted that they kind of dropped the ball, that the dog situation as time go on is not as helpful. We have still asked, even though it is not helpful and they feel like the dog is not going, they were saying that they needed to have the dog in the car earlier, than 2 days afterwards. Okay. We are requesting, we have even offered to pay if we need to pay for a dog. We're not, I mean, if you guys don't want to do your job at the Benton Police Department, we'll pay for it. Okay. But we are asking and requesting that the dogs let the dogs search some items that Jade had in her car. She left with her purse from the house, but she left her purse, which was on her shoulder, in the car. So we do have some stuff that she's had, and we are requesting the Benton police. And as I told y'all yesterday, it's kind of a different situation because my brother lives in Benton, and that's the house that she left. So the police report was filed in Benton. So the Benton Police Department has the police report, but the apartments that they found her car in is actually in Bryant. So we're dealing with two agencies, right? We're in the Bryant jurisdiction, but the Benton Police Department took the report. So we're dealing with two different agencies. And as I said yesterday, they're being somewhat helpful. But I think we all think that they could be more helpful. One, they could have brought a dog to search. We're unhappy about that. And then two, we have not seen the picture of yesterday. They are saying that they found one shoe, one Croc that was supposedly by the lake, which led us to put more pressure on the fire department to come out. Since the police is saying that they found a shoe, that is reasonable cause to search this pond. Okay. And so they did that yesterday. After 3 hours, they were 99% sure that Jay was not in that pond. So here's what we're also needing. We need an ATV, someone that has a four-wheeler or four-wheelers. If you will volunteer, if anybody know anybody that has one or two four-wheelers, we could that can go in some fields and we could cover more area than walk on foot. We need somebody that has a ATV. I know everybody is saying my cousin has ATVs. My family don't own any ATVs. That could help us if we can get in contact with someone that has a four-wheeler that would love to volunteer their four-wheeler to help to assist on this search. One or two four-wheelers that someone can make available to us. Thank you again. I want to say this to the public. Thank you again for sharing. You guys have did a wonderful job. My family is so grateful of the shares, of the participation, people that are showing up, volunteering their time to help find our baby. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of our heart. You have been this city. Our followers have really, the people that know, the parents that know us, we had people that didn't even know us that are volunteering their time, don't have any connection to Jade or my family. We are so grateful for those people. Okay. We're so grateful. As I said, I want to thank Carolyn and Ronald Wilkerson, and I don't know the recreation center that they own right there that used to be by Sawyer's on Baseline, but they are running some flyers off. I want to thank Mark Green and Robin Green. They are providing the drone that we used. We used the drone to fly over some area. Mark Green had that. We're going to be back flying our drone this morning. Thank you to them. Thank you to Vernita Daniels. Nene, she made an order for us to pick up some water and an ice chest at Walmart. So we are still staying motivated. We are still staying positive. We are going to search as long as my brother and his wife wants to search. We're starting off at 8 o'clock this morning. Okay. In about 15 minutes at that area. If you want to be involved, a lot of our family, we're losing today because they are at work. So if we have some people that would love to, it says, Brian, if no one comes forward with 1 or 2 4-reelers, let's rent some and I will pay for the cover. Okay, Duran, I'll have Tanika to look into that this morning. Thank you, Duran. So I was saying we're starting at 8 a.m. this morning, okay? And the address is, and I need to put the address up there. I will post 3500 Double Eagle Way in Bryan, Arkansas. The apartment name, let me look up instead of looking down. The apartment name is Fairway at Hurricane Creek, okay? And let me say this. Every day that goes by, all right? We feel like time is of the essence. Okay. And that's why we're putting so much pressure on the police department. And I fumbled the ball because now we're in day 3. Okay. She was missing Sunday. She left early Sunday morning. So we searched somewhat on Sunday. We searched the whole day on yesterday, Monday. Now we're going into the 3rd day of her being missing. She could not be in that area, right? She could have gotten somebody to help her go outside of that area. But because Bryant police are saying that she was seen the first night about 1 o'clock in the morning, which, by the way, I don't believe that. My personal belief is that sometimes witnesses can say they saw something. But I don't believe that she was seen at 1 o'clock in the morning, going in some bushes, coming out of some bushes. I just don't believe that. I think a witness just got, wanting to be able to help. Sometimes witnesses can say they saw something. We have no evidence that was true. We searched that area. We didn't see any footprints. I just don't believe that. And so the reason why we have stayed in that area is because we want to make sure that we have covered every inch of where her car was found. No, I'm saying found it, but was found. Okay. So we are making sure that we need that we search that area. Again, Duran Ford thank you for the 4-wheelers, but if we don't want to have him to pay for them if we don't need to. Okay. If someone knows anybody that owns an ATV, a 4-wheeler, or some 4-wheelers, 1 or 2 4-wheelers that they can volunteer this morning, please have them to inbox. Please have them to call my phone number. My phone number is right here. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Y'all can take it down. That is my phone number, 501-650-9726. If someone, let me go through and just maybe, there's a lot of chat in here. Let me see if I could, kind of go through some of these. I'm not so worried about how I prayed. Just come to, okay. Misty saying, yep, that's how they are. Well, some of them. My dad was Saline County Sheriff until 2013. He and his guys would have been on it by now. Let's see. Let me see if I guess she's saying Bishop Arnold. I have not talked with Bishop Arnold, Patricia. Duran that's telling me that Marcella Town Winston. It's unfortunate, but that's how the law works. But they should be able to get it to the PD, put the pressure on them. Yes, Marcella Town Winston's, we're going to do that this morning. Shalonda saying very patient, but definitely applying pressure. Mimi, how did they search the pond? Do they actually send someone in the water? No, Mimi, I showed y'all footage. They just had boats and they had that little thing that can tell if there's something down below. And what I'm hearing is that's supposed to be for fishermen, that's supposed to be pretty accurate. If it's something down there, then they will go down and dive in it. But they did not bring a dive team out if that's what you're asking. I'm sharing everyone that I could hold. Maybe one of our classmates have been in contact with her. Okay, yeah, Jillian saying that. Just trying to go through some of these. They can drain the pond. News media, Ryan Houston, TV help. Please, I've called a person that lives nearby, which is not social media alert in the neighborhood. Okay, so listen, I'm going to wrap up here. I just wanted to give you guys the update. We need four-wheelers. We need four-wheelers. We don't have as many people searching as we had yesterday. A lot of my family was off. If you want to volunteer, we need boots on the ground. We need ladies knocking on doors. We need help, okay? We didn't get to about maybe an hour of search. All of our daylight was at the pond waiting on them to see if they could find Jade's body in this pond. So we did not get through yesterday's search, okay? We're starting at 8 o'clock this morning. Again, I'm late getting there, 3500 Double Eagle Way. Again, let me put my phone number up here. Four-wheelers are people that have four-wheelers, or if you just want to help knock on some doors. And here's my phone number, 501-650-9726. I'm going to end this live. That's my phone number. If you have anything like to reach me, my phone is going to be with me. And we're on our way to start our search for tonight. Keep our families in your prayer and share. We had over looks like 60 some people on this live. Share it. I need all 67 people to share this live. Keep sharing the content. If you cannot come out to help us, please continue to share. That's how we get the word out. I want to make it so that if Jade is walking in and out of stores, that someone, because we spread the word, that someone called the police, okay? Keep your eye on her and call the police. Do not let her go out of your sight. Keep an eye on her and call the police, okay? That's why it's important to share this information so everybody in that Benton Bryant area know to be on the lookout, okay? Know to be on the lookout, okay? I'm going to end this live, get out to the location. We're starting at 8 o'clock this morning. If you have a four-wheeler, please call. If not, Duran, I will get Tanika to look into renting a four-wheeler. And thank you, Duran, for offering to pay for that four-wheeler for us to use today to go into some of the wooded area. And I will try to give you guys an update later this afternoon, okay? Please continue to share. Keep my family in your prayers, and I'll keep you posted. If we find her, I will post it, okay? Thank y'all, and I'll come back and talk a little later.
Had another rough conversation with the voices in